Happy birthday to all the Scorpios. Hola, mis amores. It's your girl, Clementine from Big Empress Energy. Okay, baby, sending you beautiful, bountiful blessings. Stay open to receiving them, mis amor. We are doing our week ahead horoscope. We are in Scorpio season, all right? And this is a week that's going to be bringing us some twists, some turns, some shocking surprises, honey, okay? But yes, happy birthday to all my Scorpios celebrating. It's your time, it's your season to turn up, okay? Turn down for what? This is a season of transformation, of elevation, of rebirth, okay? But Scorpio season could also be quite triggering, okay? Very much so could be quite triggering, okay? So it's very important for us to see things as they are and not as they want them to be. This is the week where the veil is as thin as our patience. The veil is as thin as a Victoria's Secret model in the 90s, okay? The veil is thin. All right. And what that means is that our dream life can be extra active. We can need a little bit more rest, okay, because of the stress that we got going on. This is a season where a lot of secrets are going to be revealed, okay, where a lot of things that we thought was one way, we're going to see how it truly is, right? And this is like, we have some really intense, but not in a bad way. Okay. There's like a little bit of a mixed bag, but we have some really intense astrology. I did talk about it in our weekly Astro Gems on Substack. Okay. So make sure you go read that and subscribe if you have not. All right. Because we have a grand water trine in the air this week. So we're going to be feeling emotional. Okay. I swear to God, yesterday, every single person I spoke to got their period. Okay, and I'm patiently waiting for mine as well. So it's like a lot of people are syncing up to in this energy of purging, of releasing together, cleansing our womb. Scorpio rules over the sex organs too. So it's very much also a sexy season. Okay, a time to get your yoni steam, a time to go to the doctor, okay, a time to check your tetas, all of those things, all right, because of the Scorpio season. Now we might want to cleanse, okay, we're going to sage our womb space as well. But basically with this, we could feel like intense emotions, all right, with this water trine, and we're also getting a lot of creativity, a lot of creative downloads. But sometimes with water, it's like we need to be more observant, okay, and less like proactive, less trying to control, more less trying to force, and more trying to go with the flow. Do you feel me? Let me know if you feel me, how Scorpio season is treating you, how you're feeling, and where you're watching from. Okay, we got Arkansas in the building. What's good? Umi, like, I'm like, why? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. My issue's a little bit late. I'm not gonna hold you. And I'm usually very much on time, but you know what? I've been going through a lot. Okay, so I figure maybe it's stress, maybe it's whatever. I have no idea, child, but it's something. Okay. Now we do have some spooky ass shit going on this week. We had the Pet Day of the Dead. We got Halloween. All Hallows Eve. We got All Saints Day, All Souls Day. This is a period of deep transformation. Okay, of extreme deep transformation. You guys have no idea, okay, that we are also getting visitations from our ancestors, okay? We are picking up too on reading the room, right? What people are not saying, but what they might be thinking. It's very, very important to pay attention. And as well, you guys, for meditation, okay, those quiet moments in these grand water trines, so we can be quiet enough and still enough to listen to spirit, okay, to listen to our ancestors, to listen to our higher self. So in this time, is giving a little bit less is more. It's giving also remembering the versions of ourselves that we had to let go, remembering the people, the pets in our life that we had to let go, remembering these eras and epochs of times, where it's like we have lived many different lives. And so it's like, who are we recreating? Who are we giving a rebirth to? Who are we giving a transformation to in Scorpio season? Okay, so you guys, this is very, very important. Okay, we got Arkansas really in the building. I love that. Yours was very on time, very ghetto. Okay, I love that for you too. We got Jersey in the building. Good morning, Peg. Okay, was really good. But yeah, now This week is very important too for us. We could be getting a lot of nervous anxiety. Okay. We're having Mercury making an opposition to Uranus as well. So this is giving surprising conversations, secrets being revealed, over analyzing things, being in our head about things. Okay. And I feel like a lot of people, Taurus, Sagittarius, Scorpio placements, we're really being activated in this undercurrent of this full moon of, we have Mercury and Mars moving into Sagittarius, which is going to have a little bit of heat and people speaking a little bit spicy. We're going to have Mercury and Mars, which are moving together, making this opposition to Uranus. Okay. And so we have to be mindful when Mars and Uranus are getting together on November 4th. This is bringing us sometimes violence. This is giving us, people acting without thinking. Okay. Yeah. Thinking on something but not acting on it too can be bringing us this sort of like frustration. Okay, thinking about something, knowing you want to make a change, knowing you want to make a difference, knowing that there's something that you've been procrastinating on but you haven't been, and it's like this time to break the cycle. Uranus wants to set us free. It wants us to rebel from the confines and the cells and like the glass case of emotions basically that we could have put ourselves in. Okay. Yeah. And Uranus is doing its last little round in Taurus, I believe. Okay. And so a cycle that has lasted around 8 years is also coming to an end with Taurus. So, and I think that's very fascinating for me because particularly I started my business when Uranus moved into Taurus. Okay. I didn't know it was going to be my business, but I started my business with Uranus in Taurus, and now it's ending. It's about to go into Gemini, which is my ascendant. I got Mercury, I got the moon, I got Jupiter, all up in there. So I can only imagine this next level upgrade that is going to be happening. And so it's very much giving things need to kind of breaking apart from the past, breaking apart from, certain maybe stubbornness that we have had, and seeing how can we revolutionize, how can we create community, intellectualize, open our throat chakra. Okay. So yes, definitely a lot of twists and turns, definitely secrets coming out as we're also building to the full moon in Taurus. Now it's going to be a super moon. It's going to be an extremely bright moon. Full moon in Taurus, definitely one of the best times because the moon is exalted in Taurus. So the moon loves to be in Taurus. It's a time where we want to comfort ourselves, but also with it being in the thick of Scorpio season, it can feel like something is coming to fruition. It can feel like we're finally being able to manifest something, finally able to tap in with materializing some sort of stability, abundance, structure, routine, and grounding. Okay. So we are going to be doing the abundance alchemy Reiki. We've never done abundance alchemy Reiki. We've done money alchemy Reiki, but abundance is kind of a broader term than just money, which is changing, fiat, crypto, the things that money can't buy. Abundance in all forms, right? So this could be mental, emotional, spiritual, about manifesting things coming to fruition for us for this full moon. So if you're interested in that, we're going live Wednesday, November 5th at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do our sound bath, our group reading, distance Reiki energy healing. Okay, and this is also the last week to get your Lift the Veil reading before we transition to our November, December specials. So everything is on my website, BigEmpressEnergyLLC.com. Okay, now let's pull some cards. I'm going to be using the Twisted Tarot Tales. Okay, I'm going to be using the Twisted Tarot Tales because we are in Halloween week. Maybe if, let's see how it goes. Okay, maybe I'll dress up for you guys later this week. But yes, we have the Empress card that came out first. Okay, the Empress, staying open to receive your beautiful, bountiful blessings. This is about nurturing ourselves, okay, parenting ourselves, giving ourselves the things that we need. With the Empress, this is aligning with abundance alchemy. Alchemy is about taking something that could be negative, taking something that could be less than desired, and making something magical about it. Alchemy is shit. Hold on, guys. Fuck. Alchemy is okay. I'm realizing that my computer's about to turn off. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't now. Anyways, what I was thinking is like alchemy is like when you go to like the Dollar Tree, okay, and then you end up making something extremely beautiful from all the things that you got. Like you go to the Dollar Tree, you get a bunch of stuff, and then you transform, you upgrade something, so you make something that didn't take as many resources and you make something gorgeous from it, make something beautiful, reupholster it. Okay, that is what that is. Okay, but it looks like my computer's going to start working again. Also, this could be mothering on, right? Eight of Pentacles, you have weird, fascinate death card, which is our Scorpio card. Okay, we also have the Two of Wands and the 10 of Wands. So, and the Eight of Wands, I love the Eight of Wands. Okay, something is going to be changing for us for the better. Okay, something better is coming for us. But a lot of people too with this 10 of Wands have been putting more shit on your plate than you need. Okay, you've been putting on like maybe other people's projections and wearing that, or way other people label you, wearing that as your truth, and that simply is not true. This 10 of Wands is saying take some more time for rest, ask people for help. You don't have to do everything by yourself. And so with this Empress and the 10 of Wands, there could be a mother or someone who just has a lot that they're trying to give birth to in this world, whether it's a creative project, and it's like you are feeling burnt out from this energy, and it's maybe because you have been working so much and there's something that needs to change, or you have been too hard on yourself, or there could have been someone who could have been manipulating you or making you, gaslighting you, making you seem like it was one thing, but then it wasn't. It was something completely else. Okay, and so we have Page of Cups with the Queen of Cups. We have the Child with the Mom. Page of Cups reverse could be like there's some emotional maturing that needs to happen. Now, even as we get older, even as we get wiser, some people are little people, like they're children trapped in grown ass people body. Okay, they're children trapped in grown ass people's body. So it's like, how, have you matured emotionally? Is there someone around you that is not mature emotionally? Hold on. Oh my God, why? Sorry, guys. Anyway, of course, everybody and their mother is hitting me up right now. Okay, everybody and their mother is texting me right now at 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30 in the morning. Okay, but anyways, because she's a mother. Okay, she is a mother. Give me 1 second, child, because this is this is so annoying, guys. Fuck. So much going on. I'm about to explode. Guys, I'm telling you, it's that Uranus influence of things that are just completely unexpected. So much stuff piling up. All right. So, yes, with the Page of Cups, there's an energy where it's like there could be people that have these like unresolved traumas or their triggers that are coming up, and these wounds need to be addressed. These wounds need to be healed. And also, we're seeing how people in our life could have, I'm feeling this energy of like taking you for granted, okay? Or they thought that you would always be there for them, but certain things have changed, right? The Death card, we are not the same anymore, okay? There's something that's like, this was depleting me. This was taking up a lot of energy. This was actually taking up a lot of time, a lot of energy. And there's a feeling of liberation that comes through rather quickly with the Eight of Wands. And it's like one day we're in this one timeline, and then, we ask for help, we give our problems up, okay? We pray, we are feeling the ancestral presence, we're feeling into our faith, we're feeling into our flow, and as well as our Empress energy of being able to birth and create something completely new from the rubbles, from the things that have fallen apart. So it's very much giving like creatrix energy in this week ahead. How can you create something completely fresh, completely new? With the Death card and the Empress card, changing as well your relationship to abundance, your relationship to co-creation, your relationship to how you care for yourself. Where do you seek comfort? Where do you seek solace? Very much giving Phoenix. Very much giving Phoenix. Dress up. You love the costumes. I love that. Yes, I do love to dress up, usually for Halloween, you guys. I had something I wanted to wear today. I had it in my hands, and I'm telling you, I was looking for it for like a few minutes. I couldn't find it, so I'm like, well, I'm already going to Pilates after this, so I wore my Pilates outfit. But that really frustrated me. And then I didn't want to go too crazy with the costume because I'm not going to do full glam right now. I got Pilates to do. I got to go get my lashes done. I can't do all that. So I was like, you know what? Let me just wear this. But you know what? Maybe I'll roll it out. We got Wednesday, we got Thursday, we got Friday, we got 3 days. I could do costumes for card of the day. So don't fear, you guys. Okay, we're going to be dressing up. Now, in our invitation, we have 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 10 of Wands, fire, 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 fire. Okay, lots of fire. And Mercury moves into Sagittarius, a fire sign this week. Okay, then Mars moves into Sagittarius too, eventually next week. That's why Sagittarius is definitely going to be feeling it. Now, when Mars moves into Sagittarius, I mean, all these things move into Sagittarius, you know, it's going to be a little bit difficult, okay, in terms of expressing yourself. People might be a little bit harsh. They might be a little bit sloppy and messy with the way that they're talking about things. I feel like we need to do like protection around projections, okay? Because people are going to be projecting a lot. Mercury in Sagittarius is the shit talker, okay? Is the person who also, you know, just saying the things that come to their mind. So we could be hearing a lot of crazy things coming from people's mouth, okay? That's like, really? You think that? That's really how you feel. That's really how you see. Okay. And we're getting a lot of clarity. Okay. We got the Sun card, the clarity coming through. We have the Lighthouse. Okay. So we're being guided to navigate some obstacles. Okay. Through our intuition, our internal system. Okay. Also through logic. Okay, so there's this balance of logic and the intuition when the Sun comes in. Some people too, it's your ego, and not in a bad way. It's like your ego is trying to save you from like drowning in your emotions, Scorpio. Okay, in terms of like transforming, okay, I had a bad day, but that doesn't mean I have to make it a bad week. Okay, I had a bad moment, that doesn't mean I have to have a bad day, right? We can balance things out. Doesn't make me a bad person. You know, it's like our ego is also coming to be like, you know what, it's not that deep. How can we frame the situation for self-preservation, for self-protection, for self-awareness? Okay. Now I'm also seeing people slipping into bad habits. Okay. As Mercury is getting ready to station retrograde, slipping into bad habits of maybe things that you used to do, used to think, or something you had been procrastinating on. You're wanting to revisit a project. Some people, this could be revisiting a relationship, hearing from exes, hearing from people from the past. Okay. And they're saying some wild shit. They're saying the first thing that comes to mind, Mercury in Sagittarius. Like, are you serious right now? We have the Grasshopper card. Okay. This is about taking a leap of faith. And that's going to be creating more avenues of prosperity for us. Okay. We have the Yes card. Okay. Cardinal, the Sun card is also a Yes card. And we're moving on suddenly. This could be because of an information, a conversation that we have, or just feeling like we need to transform. Pluto, judgment. We could be too judgmental on ourselves. We could be too judgmental on other people and going through a rebirth process, wanting to clear, purge, get rid of things that we no longer need. Some people can be feeling like someone is being too judgmental or critical of yourself. And it's only because they are seeing one side of you. They don't know your multidimensional energy. Okay, Neptune. They don't know your big dreams. They don't know what keeps you up at night. Some people are making a decision to go after something that they have an aspiration to, something that inspires them. It could be spiritual, psychic, creative, theatrical. We have the Crow card, Archer, and Anchor. Now, the Crow is speaking of the memories. It's very much aligned with that Mercury retrograde energy of like, remember this era of your life. Remember when you felt that hopelessness and turned it into hope. Remember when you felt that death and turned it into rebirth. Crow, also remembering and honoring our ancestors. We could be seeing crows around us, and this could be also from your mother's side. Now we have the Archer card saying to focus. Some of us are focusing on a solution. focusing on that transformation, focusing on that elevation, and staying committed to it, anchor. This is something that you want to do every day. What do you want to anchor into your reality? What do you want to create for yourself? Okay. Some of you guys have been focusing on something that is weighing you down. Okay. And spirit wants you to break free of the illusion. Take a leap of faith. Be more easygoing. Okay. Because there's only but so much ish we can control. Okay. Grasshopper also says luck. So this could be something changing in a way that's better than we can imagine at the time, but it's like disguised as something else. Neptune, it doesn't look like it, okay? It doesn't look like it, but it's like a gift. It doesn't look like it, but instead of saying, why me? You should be saying, thank you, God, okay? Move forward, dramatic, positive change. Transcendence, eye in the sky. Okay, so a lot of manipulative energies are being revealed. Okay, ways in which you could have given your power away. I do feel like I said, the dreams are very active. We have dream bubble illusion. Someone's dreaming of changing their physical space. Okay. All right. And then we also have hands tied. Some people feel like maybe you've given your power away, you've given your control away, or there's just not as much things as you can do. That could be your ego lying to you. That could be deceptive. Like some people being afraid of their success, okay, about their capabilities. When it's like you should be more afraid of not trying at all. Okay. We have the foraging card. There's no better feeling than having gone after what you desire. Okay, foraging. This is about going out and doing the best you can with what you got. The resources are there. The connections are there. Your ancestors are there. Spirit guides are there. Foraging. What we need is there, but we have to go out there and make the best of it. This says authenticity, hidden talents, acting upon your uniqueness and effort. Your higher self chose this card because sometimes you need to go out looking for food, even though the grocery store is just down the road. Although the store is convenient, your life dish may require an ingredient the store can't offer. Or perhaps your soul is seeking a more authentic flavor experience that is unique to you. The foraging card has found you because it's time to get up, go out into the world, and discover all that is waiting for you to pick up and put inside your basket. It's tempting to take the easier road, but that path is crowded with hordes of people attempting to do the same. They look the same, do the same things, and are ultimately lost in the sea of conformity and ordinariness. Nothing that stands out from the crowd. By taking the road less traveled, you could stumble upon an undiscoverable patch of greatness. What makes you unconventional, strange, or completely different? You may not think being eccentric is a strength, but your quirks are what sets you apart from everything else. Okay? I think what's really standing out to me is that this card has found you because it's time to get up, go out into the world, and discover all that is waiting for you to pick up and put inside your basket. Okay? Of course, it's tempting to take the comfortable path. It's comfortable to go on the road that you already know. Okay, but that path is crowded with, saturation, regurgitation, this, that. Maybe it works for them, not you. You are trying to be yourself in a sea of conformity, of a sea of people trying to copy and paste the same clean girl aesthetic, right? The same situation, the same beige, right? And it's like, well, what makes you unique? The same surgery, the same body, the same hips, the same ass, the same hair, the same makeup, bitch. How would you dress with yourself? How would you want to express yourself if you weren't comparing yourself to everybody else? And it's the ones that have that courage to actually live in their uniqueness and live in their truth that get the opportunities, that get the manifestations, right? Because they're not over there trying to blend in and look like everybody else and do everything else everyone else is doing. They're finding their own unique lane, their own unique piece. And a lot of that is like judging. Sometimes you're judging yourself too much. Oh, I don't want to be perceived. Oh, I don't want to be cringe. Oh, I don't want to stick out too much. Oh, I don't want to upset anybody. And it's like all of these things are causing limitations and restrictions. of the possible abundance that can come to you, the prosperity that can come from you. Okay, guys. So your hands are not tied. Okay. The weapons formed against you will not prosper. You're transcending for positive dramatic change. Go take the road less traveled. Okay. That's what this is about, okay? Embracing your uniqueness. That is a beautiful thing, guys. Thank you for tuning in for our week ahead horoscope. If it resonated, comment, share, subscribe, read the weekly astro gems, and join us for abundance alchemy for the full moon in Taurus Wednesday, November 5th, okay? Last week for Lift the Veil readings and the BEEloved Reiki School Levels 1 and 2 are open for enrollment in November. So if you've been wanting to join or you have any questions, email me blessings@bigenergyllc.com, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.